Hello everybody, my name is Robert and this is Review Clue. Now today I'm super duper excited because I've got one of these, the PlayStation 5. I did manage to get a pre-order for this thing. It was not easy. The pre-orders were challenging to say the least. But what we're going to do today is unbox this thing, get it set up and take a look at just the UI, because this is a brand new UI, a brand new console and a brand new controller, which I'm super excited about. Obviously this is a really big box because it's a really big system, so it's going to be interesting to do an unboxing of. So I'm going to keep this angle, I'm going to dig down, pull stuff out of the box, do some close-ups as well, and just talk you through what you get in the box. So let's get right into it. But of course, before we do that, if this is the first time you're seeing my face on your screen, then one, lucky you, and two, go down there, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification icon, because we've got some awesome content coming up with some new Xiaomi phones, and I've got a really cool idea coming up for the 12 days of Techmas. Anyway guys, let's get right into this unboxing of the Sony PlayStation 5. Okay, so I can peel off the top here and I suppose let's just dig right in and see what I can get out of this. Inside of the outer sleeve we have a much bigger box. I don't know if I can see that there. There we go. Jeez, this thing is, it's going to be tough to unbox, but you do get a white box inside of your main box. So let's open up that main box. And it even gives you some lovely instructions on how to open the box. It tells me to drop it onto its side, which I will be sure to do in 1 second. But before I do that, to get the console out, we've got an accessories box, which I think we can just pull out. Yep. So we've got an accessories box here. Let's take a look at what's in there first, because let's be honest, we all want to see the console. There's a load of paperwork here, which you might want to keep an eye on and might want to read through. So we'll drop that off to the side for the moment because I don't have a need to look at it. We have a HDMI cable. This is the same as the Series X cable. You can see my Series X Xbox unboxing up there or down in the description below. This is a HDMI 2.1 cable and it's going to allow you to get 4K 120 Hz. So it's important to use the cable that's provided in the box. So there's that one. We also have this, which rather unconventional, but the Sony PlayStation 5 does come with a stand. This stand allows you to stand it up horizontally or vertically. I will show you both orientations, but they suggest using this stand to, one, help with airflow, and two, when it's on its side, like that way, it actually wobbles. It's not straight, so you kind of have to use the stand if you're going to put it in that orientation, but we'll take a look at that later. What else do we have in here? So this side, we've obviously got the power cable. Not particularly interesting, nothing exciting about that. A USB to USB-C cable, which really exciting because this new controller, the DualSense 5, uses USB-C, which is lovely. But oddly, they've given you a USB-A end, and the only port that's on the front of the PlayStation 5 is a USB-C. So I was expecting to see a USB-C to USB-C, but I suppose it's nice that they at least give you a cable in the box. And of course, finally, we do get the controller itself. I'm going to drop off this accessory box to the side and pull out that new controller. Oh, wow. Okay, that is comfy. Compared to the other controllers of the PlayStation 4, this feels a lot more substantial, quite hefty as well. We'll get some close-ups of it, but there it is for you. You've obviously still got that touchpad there, and you've got those resistive triggers, but we'll get some close-ups in a minute. But you do obviously get the controller, and very nice it is too. And then there's the console itself. I'm just going to pop that down there. Alright, that was more difficult than I first anticipated. Let's slide this onto its side. This is beefy. When people said it was the big chungus of the console world, I didn't really believe them. But oh my god, this thing is enormous. So it can of course sit in this orientation like so, or up like that. For me, it's going to go on its side because it's about the only place it's going to fit anywhere. Along the front, you do have the disk drive there because I got the disc edition. You've got the two USB-C ports as well, and a power and eject button. So that's the console itself along the front. Or if we turn it around along the back there, we do also get a little bit more I/O, including the HDMI, the Ethernet, two USB 3s, and the power as well. As I say, I'm going to get some close-ups of this thing. It's pretty, but it's certainly a lot bigger than I anticipated it to be. We of course do get that PlayStation logo along the top there as well, which is actually cut out of the plastic wings. But what we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to get this plugged in, get it set up, and we'll use this monitor behind me just to go through initial setup and just see how that compares to the Series X, because the Series X gave me the mobile app to do it. I'm going to try and download the PlayStation app and have a go, but I might even just follow the normal instructions as well. So let's go ahead and start this setup process. Alright, so here we are with the monitor all set up, ready to go. What I'm going to go ahead and do is just hit the power button on the front here. And straight away I can see the console has got this lovely little LED light, which lights up the white of the console really nicely. I'm just going to check if my volume's up there. It is. So we get to hear that lovely new intro. I'm going to be quiet for that. Alright, so there we go. The first thing it's telling me to do is to take my cable here and plug it in. There is a... Sorry, I was wrong. I lied earlier. I said that there wasn't a USB-A port on the front. There definitely is a USB-A port on the front. So I'm going to take my USB-C cable from the back of the controller and plug it in to the front of the console. And then power it on, I'm guessing? Yep. Okay, so obviously English United Kingdom. Straight away it's asking me to connect to Wi-Fi, so I'm going to do that now. So that's my password there, checking for access point, and we're going to go through the normal setup process. I suspect it's going to want to do a couple of updates as well. So we'll let it do that, and then we'll jump back in as soon as we're back onto the UI. Adjusting this. Oh, okay, so we get to adjust the screen area first. So let's go ahead and do that. To there. We can insert a game disc. This is nice. So if we have a game to install, we can insert the disc now, and it's going to install the game while it also does its updates. But I don't have a game disc right now. So low power use consumes less power with some features disabled. We can also do the optimized experience or the custom. Let's go ahead and do the optimized experience. Hit OK. Accept all of those terms and conditions. And then we're going to do the update now. So I'll jump back to you once this update is finished. Okay, so this is actually my third time trying to record this piece of footage. My camera just is not playing ball, so what we're going to go ahead and do is just turn on the system. I've already logged in now, I've already set all of this up, and I ended up doing it through the mobile app actually, just because that seemed like the easiest way to do it. I was already logged into the PlayStation app. I just scanned the QR code on the screen and it logged me straight in. So I'm going to go ahead and just choose my profile here, and then we're straight in to the PlayStation OS. The OS itself is fairly simple. It's split up into games, media, and then you've also got your settings and account settings all on the top there. But let's stick to games at the moment, and you can see the last thing that I've played or I've looked at was Astro's Playroom. If this is the first time you've got a PlayStation 5, I highly recommend playing this game. It is an incredible game that really takes use of the DualSense controller here, and you get different rumbles based upon what you're walking across, what you're doing at the time. It's truly incredible stuff. We can obviously do PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now, two subscription services that PlayStation do offer. Right now, I don't own either, but they're there for the people who want them. So here we can take screenshots and video clips using the share button on the controller, which is just there, and that will all show up here. We have a Share Factory Studio, which lets us cut and set up all of that footage and pictures into a short video. We've got Remote Play, so we can use the PS5 to connect to other consoles like other PS5s or PS4s. And we have the game library itself. Now this game library is pretty interesting because this is every PlayStation game that I have used or owned, both disc editions and digital editions. So for things like UFC 3, I own this digitally, so I can just hit download here and I'm going to install everything. And that's going to install in the background. But there's also disc edition games like No Man's Sky. Here it's telling me to view the product and I can buy it from the store here, or I can just insert the disc and it will install that way. But you'll notice just how quick that was to go to that screen, and that is mainly because the store here is built straight in to the OS itself, so you don't have to load a separate app up. All of the apps that you want are just here and ready to go. For now, I'm just going to turn down my volume a little bit and we're going to go straight into Astro's Playroom. We can press the PlayStation button at any time to bring up the brand new overlay. So here we can see all of these different achievements that I can get. So I'm 0% through the PlayStation Labo achievement. I am 0% through the CPU Plaza. Gusty Gateway, I'm 33% through. But I've already unlocked those two achievements, and I can record clips as well. So there was a recent capture there that we can watch back, that I think unlocked an achievement. I'm not really sure what that was for. All in the Mind was the achievement. I'm not sure why I received it, but I did. But then also what we can do is we can see our notifications here that I got that achievement, but I can also, I've disabled it that my notifications won't come through while I'm playing games, so I won't be distracted. I can go to the game base, and we can see people who have played this game on my friends list in the past, but I'll obviously blur those. We can put some music on as well if we so decide to. This is all set up for Spotify, so I can log into my Spotify account. My downloads and uploads, obviously we're downloading UFC at the moment. We can also do sound and the microphone and other accessories as well. And we can obviously go straight back home. In the media tab, it's pretty much the same, but for all of our media apps, things like YouTube, Apple TV, Netflix, Disney Plus, Prime Video, Now TV. So let's have a quick jump into the settings and have a look at some of those screen, and here we go. So right now I can only have 1080p on this display. I can't turn on HDR because this isn't a HDR display. When I do eventually move this into the living room, we will obviously have HDR, we will have 4K, we will have 120 Hz. These are all things that we'll receive, but I just can't do right now just because of the limitations of this monitor in particular. Anyway guys, this has been my unboxing, setup and first look at the brand new PlayStation 5 UI. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to go down there, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification icon, and I will catch you in the next one. Adios.